There, everyone.
Hey, skanks. We're playing a game.
Called DRIVECLUB. That doesn't exist anymore. Because fuck PlayStation and the decisions.
So, wait, what's that story? Explain.
Well, basically, it was a really good game that didn't get enough credit for what it was, and PlayStation shut down the company.
Really? The company, they owned it.
I'm pretty sure they did, yeah. But, like, they don't exist anymore, and this happens to be one of the best graphic games ever. At the moment, you can only get the PlayStation Online version, which only comes very stripped down.
Oh. So you can only play in India?
Yeah.
Interesting.
These are sprint races, that means...
Alright, so they closed down the company.
Yeah.
And effectively stopped a method for people to give them money.
Yep, and it ended up being one of the best graphic games ever.
I feel like you're saying that poorly. Best graphic game, that's not...
It had the best graphics I've ever seen in a game.
Okay, yeah. A full sentence is better than a weird... Nighttime?
Just to show the power of the graphics.
Okay. Are we gonna need the fan on because of it for your PlayStation?
Why? Overheating, you think?
Is that a worry?
No.
No?
Famous last words.
I
Yeah.
I accept no liability. This is being recorded.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the whole thing. I bought all the fucking DLC and everything for this game, and yeah, because they closed down the company, and I've only got the PlayStation Online version. You've got the disc, so I wonder if I put in the disc, it'll get everything back in. But I'm not holding out hope. Exactly.
Would you want to try that between episodes?
Yeah, we'll give that a try. But yeah, it's like, it was such a good game, and like fucking, yeah, Sony hung them out to dry.
Let's get started.
Yep. What do we want? Do you want an electric car or just a simple runabout?
What do I want? I don't give a shit.
Fuck it. I'll go on my favorite car of all time. The McLaren.
What is
What?
brake horsepower?
I think I wouldn't really know the correct term, but I think it's more like the absolute mechanical horsepower.
Okay.
But don't quote me on it.
As opposed to what is like put onto the street.
Yeah. You've also got wheel horsepower, which is like what is actually coming out of the wheels, because of the mechanical drag and everything.
Okay.
Just look at these graphics.
Yeah, it does look pretty.
Whoa! Fuck. Well, it didn't do that very well. Damn it.
You suck. You suck.
See, I'm 35 driver level on a game that doesn't exist anymore.
Huh.
Let's try that again. This was released in 2014. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna interrupt you because I feel like you're gonna rant about this game for a while. Let's give them the chance.
Yeah.
So I finished watching the Grand Tour.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff I liked about it, but I have a racing question that isn't from the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
It's from James May's travel show.
Yeah.
Wait, was it from there? I think it was from there. Okay, there's a style of racing.
Yeah.
But everyone gets exactly the same car and they can't make any modifications.
Yeah.
What's that called?
I think that's just stock racing.
Is it?
I think that's just regular racing, just with a one car rule.
So one car rule, is that what it's called?
I think there's a technical definition for it, but my mind isn't like bringing up any
I gotta look up.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like each like they can't replace their car if it gets worn out. I mean everyone has the same car.
Yeah. I know what you're on about.
The car must only have. I'm getting Formula One regulations.
Yeah.
And that's not it. Formula One rules that every newbie needs to know. Well, circuits. No, stop! Oh my god!
How it's not coming up with anything you've asked?
No, and like the website was like, maybe it might be in here, and it's got 7 pop-ups, one after the other. And just like, this is why people get ad blockers.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of race has everyone use the same car?
Manufacturer Cup?
Race of Champions? No, that doesn't sound right. Manufacturer Cup. Oh, there's a Cora thing.
Cool.
If all drivers in F1 had the same car, how big would the differences in the races? Would be the differences be in the races, and how different would the results be? Over a season, or more likely multiple seasons, the best drivers would still rise to the top, but the results on any given race would likely be far less predictable. The best drivers would still be the ones who are masters of multiple driving skills. The most from the stock car.
Because, like...
This feels wrong. I feel like no one is answering my question.
Yeah.
Stock car.
It's like you've asked the price of something and someone's just gone, oh, it's much cheaper than usual.
I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what? Stock car racing is a form of automobile racing run on oval tracks and road courses measuring approximately 0.25 to 2.66 miles. It originally used production model cars, hence the name stock car, but is now run using cars specifically built for racing. So it's not stock car racing anymore.
Nah. That's why the whole thing like sort of falls apart a bit.
The largest governing body is NASCAR. NASCAR Cup Series is the premier top level series of track racing. Also have forms of stock car racing. That's just what?
Like, that's the whole problem that's going on with the V8 supercars. They're wanting parity, which means, like, getting the cars as close as possible. We're using 2 different manufacturers. You're not fucking gonna get it. The people will be like, we're losing too much. There's, like, none of the better drivers.
Today, most American stock cars may superficially resemble standard American family sedans, but are in fact silhouette cars. Purpose-built racing machines are built to a strict set of regulations governing the car design, ensuring that the chassis, suspension, engine, etc. are architecturally identical to those in stock production vehicles. What? For example, NASCAR Cup Series race vehicles now require fuel injection. In the UK and New Zealand, there is a racing formula called stock cars, but the cars are markedly different from any road car. In Australia, there was a formula that was quite similar to NASCAR called Oscar. Street stock and pure stock. True stock racing, which consists of only street vehicles that can be bought by the general public, is sometimes now called street stock, pure stock, hobby stock, showroom stock, or U-car racing. In 1972, SCCA started its first showroom stock racing series with a price ceiling on the cars of $3,000. Some modern showroom stock racing cars allow safety modifications done on showroom stock. Okay. Super stock classes are similar to street stock, but allow for more modifications to the engine. Power output is usually tire width is usually limited to 8 inches. Some entry-level classes are called street stock and are similar to some called bang racing England. Modifieds, late models. Okay. All this has done is reinforce my belief that the racing industry needs
a shake-up.
Or I'm just going to say like an absolute tyrant.
Yeah.
Who's going to say this means this and this means this. Everybody shut up or I'll hit you.
That's what they really do need.
Yeah.
We'll race my car, but upgrade.
Have you been doing stuff this whole time?
Yes. Oh, no, that.
So.
I like that. You.
So stock car originally and should mean a car that any fucker can buy.
Well, the whole thing, like the whole motto of the Australian racing series, because they were like really close to the production models.
Yeah.
Used to be. Was raced on Sunday, sold on Monday.
Yeah. That's a really good motto.
Yeah.
And if everyone had the same car...
Yeah. It's a pure driver's battle.
A pure driver's battle. Okay. But what, you think that should be the official name?
Well, that's what it should... Well, the mindset...
No, I get what that's... Yeah, but, like, do you think that's what it should be called?
Nah.
I'm trying to come up with specific terms here.
I thought that was a fucking PlayStation's fan for a second.
No. And presumably there would be both a stock and a modified variant, so include that thought in your process.
Like, that's why I thought, like, because Supercars is going nowhere fast, because, like, everyone keeps... I'm just doing a little bit of a rant before I actually give my answer.
Yeah.
They're going nowhere, because everyone's like, oh, that one's winning too much, blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't you think it's the actual skill of the racer and not the actual car itself?
Yeah.
That's what really pisses me off, because, like, the Chevrolets keep winning. But that's only because it is a better car, like, to begin with. Like, you do, like, all the comparisons and lap times and stuff by multiple researchers and stuff like that. The Camaro is on top of it. It's just a better built car for the track.
Okay. So...
Yeah?
During your rant, which I only vaguely listened to...
Fair enough.
I think it was Chevrolet's the best. Was the general thrust of your comment.
Yeah.
That's what I pulled from it anyway. How about if it's... identical stock cars and it's just the races.
Yeah.
It's same stock.
Yeah.
And if they're always the same modified car, it's same modified.
Yeah.
I like that term. Maybe there's a bit of from someone who cares about cars.
I would word it slightly differently.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think while trying to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Stock League and Modified Madness? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because I want them to indicate this is... Everyone's driving the same car. Stock League.
Mm-hmm.
That would just be a stock race.
Yeah.
Maybe it will be a league of them. Or maybe it'll be a series and each one is a different car.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be awesome. Even I'd watch that. Why are people doing this?
I don't know, it makes too much sense.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah.
Other people should be able to come up with this. And I mean, there are smart like that. What was it? Was that the Australian racing when they had stock races?
Group A, I think it was called.
Well,
basically they were closer to the cars you could actually buy off the shelf.
Yeah, what was the mellow? Raced on Sunday, sold on Monday.
Yeah.
That's just like that's a great motto.
You could just call it the Sunday car.
Yep. How like I get that there's lots of different leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I was someone who just watched races, like I didn't watch any sports, and I watched all the races I could, how many races a week would I watch from across the world? Assuming they were all on like one channel. And I could access them.
You'd probably get one a day at least, I reckon.
Yeah.
Of different like things.
Okay.
You get drifting and drag and shit like that. There's not just circuit racing. There's super sprint, tandem drift, which is really amazing to watch.
Yeah? What's tandem drift?
Two cars at the same time drifting, and they have to get as close as possible to each other.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you a couple of videos.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, you should see one of the
Where
crash.
are the ads for this? I feel like if there were more
Well, that's
ads...
the thing. Like, no one knows where to watch it, except YouTube or some shit.
Yeah, like... They should all... All the leagues should, not necessarily unify, but form like... What's a union but for businesses? Like a
union?
No, there's a special name for them. A business group? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know if they're unified by region. It's... in America it's called a Chamber of Commerce. But we're thinking of a classification. There's a term It's escaping me. There is a proper term. But if they all unified and then made a deal with, like, Netflix...
Yeah.
You can put all of our races on, like, a separate little... Like, it's got... You know how they separate into movies and TV shows?
Mm-hmm.
And they can separate racing.
Yeah.
I'd check stuff out.
Yeah. Like, you started getting into... Well, sort of getting into racing through knowing me. I've started watching some period dramas. And I don't like them at all.
Which ones?
I started watching Downton Abbey so we'd have something to talk about. And it's just like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. The thing about... We've only got 4 minutes. Okay, speed rant. The thing about Downton Abbey is it's a very good comfort show. Like, there's a drama, but no one is ever about to die.
Nah.
No one is ever...
No one's coming in the room with a gun waving around.
Yeah,
like, where have you been for the last 14 years?
Yeah.
I've been dead to your mother's sister or something.
Yeah, yeah. So I watched... Nathan was in a store, and there was like a 2-for-1 deal for TV shows, and he literally couldn't pick a thing. So I got a DVD of season 1 of The Gilded Age, which is by the same guy who made Downton Abbey, and it's set in the same period, but set in New York. And I got through the first 3 episodes, and I was like, I don't like this.
No.
Nothing is as pretty. None of the characters are as interesting. It's not a comfort show.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey is like... It's like chicken soup for a certain type of person.
Yeah.
Namely me.
Mm-hmm.
But The Gilded Age just didn't have any of those chicken soup qualities.
Like, I've known things made by, like, different game companies, like, well... Take Double Fine for an instance. Like, I like most of their games, like, they all follow the same sort of, ideal.
Yeah.
Which isn't really appealing to me, like, the psychological and all that sort of stuff. But they also make some other stuff, which is just, popcorny stuff. You can just play it and put it down for a while.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the same depth, but it's still enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then you get other people where it's like, just what you said, it's like, they're so wildly different. I think, is what you...
I'm having trouble following, but I think that's mostly because you're also racing.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, concentrate on 2 things, like, I can concentrate in racing and sort of waffle, but if you were doing something completely, like, you've got the ability to waffle now because you're not really concentrating.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Take some rough with the smooth.
Speaking of, video games, I recently downloaded a game called Coral Island.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
I may have mentioned it briefly.
I've heard good things about it.
It's like Stardew Valley, but like
underwater,
less independent, I guess.
Oh yeah,
because like Stardew Valley is 8-bit pixel. Like, you could have, like, if someone had made it, you could have played it on the 360.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the 360, the Nintendo 360, is that one?
Switch?
No, the one with the 3-prong handle. What's it called?
64.
The Nintendo 64. Yes. Nintendo 360. Okay, sorry.
Perky had a
I apologize to a host of communities.
Just apologize to Porridge.
Yeah.
Apologize to the
Yeah, and like it takes inspiration from I think Harvest Moon, which was a 64 game. But yeah, Stardew Valley you could just play on a Nintendo
That's
64.
Just interjecting there. Just one of these things, like how you just said with the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I've got a PS5. It's powerful as fuck. Why is everything that's getting released now a fucking 16-bit platformer?
Yeah, because that was the trend in independent games 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And the major network, the companies, can't have original thoughts. They have to steal from the independent things.
That's why, like, all the modern stuff that's coming out now, I was telling to Perky before, I was like, if I had the financial independence I do now, back when the PS2 came out, I would have probably bought every single game that was going. Now that I have financial independence now, I can go through the whole PlayStation store and just be like, there's nothing here.
Yeah. None of it's appealing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before you rant, we've got 1 minute left on the clock. Coral Island.
Yeah.
Very good. It's Stardew Valley with 3D graphics, and there's a lot more stuff tacked on.
Yep.
There's like twice as many people for you to talk to. There's a lot more stuff to do. It's very... I don't know if it was made in Japan, but it's very Japanese influenced.
Yeah.
Like there's cherry blossom trees and...
See, I don't mind something that's like lower in graphics and like something like that.
Yeah.
If it is chocked full of stuff.
Yeah, it's got more stuff. I haven't even done everything yet.
Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll continue these rants and stipulations next time.
Nonsense. See ya.
See ya.